Shout out to G-Man Boxing.
People, we're literally no more than an hour removed from the Josh Taylor-Jack Catterall fight, and it's not going to be so much a talk about what went on in the fight with regards to technical breakdowns and stuff like that. I just can't believe it. I'll say a prayer and my heart goes out to poor Jack Catterall. Boxing has let itself down. The sport of boxing has let itself down. And it's done that time and time again. But this especially. There was only one winner of this fight. There have been fights in the past where you can clearly see it's a robbery. But you've had fans of said fighter come out and say, oh, my fighter won the fight, or this, that and the other. I'm seeing none of that. I am seeing out and out Josh Taylor fans, people who are loyal to him, who would have, gone through hell for Josh Taylor, saying, he didn't win this fight. It's unanimous that Josh Taylor didn't win this fight. And when I look, the scorecards, Ian John Lewis should never referee another fight. I was worried about him when I saw on the watch along I did, and I saw his name was one of the judges, because I know he can return some dodgy scorecards. The British Boxing Board of Control, and this isn't just about them, right? It goes to everything, every aspect of the sport, right? It happens in the US, it happens in Germany, or at least it did. It happens in Russia, it happens everywhere. Something needs to be done. How in God's name can this keep on happening? And how is it that it always happens to the home fighter? Boxing is Rob Smith, that clown from the British Boxing Board of Control. Or boxing is subjective, and these fans, they don't know. BS. How come, right, out of all the times I've been watching boxing, right, this subjective sport, if it's subjective and judges, could see it a certain way, there should be a greater discrepancy in terms of decisions going this way as opposed to that way. They always go for the home fighter 95% of the time. Why is that? And why is it that Ian John Lewis can return an absurd scorecard like 114, 111? So you take the 2 points out of the equation. You gave Josh Taylor 8 rounds, you gave Jack Catterall 4. Really? How do you work that out? How do you explain that? Please, I'd like to know how you arrive at a scorecard like that. And what are we seeing that's so abstract to what you're seeing? Please explain. I'd love to know. I believe it was Jamie who said that it was King Tug in his last fight, which was a couple of weeks ago, where the referee made a mistake. And I think it was the commission actually got the referee to explain why he did this a certain way. These judges and officials need to be held accountable for. And shout out to Ben Shalom, because he came on Sky with Adam Smith and Spencer Oliver, and he said it like it is. He said he's embarrassed to be part of this. He even said himself, I looked at other promoters on other shows, we know who's referring to, probably a Fish Eyes and a Hearn, and I'm sure he thought to himself, he said he is the promoter of this show and he's embarrassed for what's gone on. He said himself, he's embarrassed. Jack Catterall deserved his moment. He deserved his win. He earned it. He trained. He brought the perfect game plan. He executed it brilliantly. And what does he have for it? Nothing. And what will he get in return? Josh Taylor can move up. I'm not having a go with Josh Taylor. It's not his fault, right? Before we start having a go with Josh Taylor, it's not me defending it, right? Defending the decision. But Josh Taylor isn't the judge. He didn't do anything wrong. Right, he didn't do anything wrong. Nor did John Ryder do anything wrong when he got the win over Dan Jacobs. I felt he lost. Nor did Callum Smith do when he got the decision over John Ryder. You can go back through Tim Bradley against Manny Pacquiao. He didn't do anything wrong. Whether you agree or disagree, but Andre Ward against Sergey Kovalev didn't do anything wrong. These guys it's not their fault, right? So let's not have a go at them, right? But Jack Catterall is in a very strong division. A very strong division, so it's not going to get any ease for him to try and pick up a world title, unless the WBO or WBA throw him a bone and say, look, we'll let you fight for the vacant title and you can fight, I don't know, just name me someone at 140 who's not very good, or not a top contender like your Jose Zapitas, like your maybe an Ivan Baranchik, someone like that, but not your Jose Zapitas, your Regis Prograis, your Teofimo Lopez moving up, your Jose Ramirez, tough guys. Jack Catterall can hang with them, but it doesn't get any easier. Right? The British Boxing Board of Control, and Rob Smith specifically, because that guy, oh boy, I don't like him. They need to launch a full investigation. Ben Shalom said he'd do it. I hope they do it. This needs to end. It needs to stop. It's ruining the sport. There was people in Jamie's stream who said that they were getting their friends to watch boxing for the first time, and this is their reaction to it. The idea is to bring new fans in. It's good in that way if we can bring new fans in. They see this. They see a fighter who's clearly won the fight, deserves his moment, did it away from home, alright? And he gets nothing for it. And you as a fan seeing this for the first time, not used to seeing it, you'd look and you'd think, why do I want to watch this sport? That guy won. And there he is, in the changing room, with nothing to show for it. How do you defend it? You can't defend it. You can't. Disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. Something... I don't know. It's this thing. I don't know what. Do you know what it'll take? It will take serious disciplinary action, I suspect, against these judges. And maybe that might wake a few other judges up who are a bit lackadaisical and just think, you know what, maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should actually really look at this fight instead of, having a gander. Oh, did he hit him? Yeah, sure. Did he? Sure. Look out, 10-9 Josh Taylor. 10-9 Josh Taylor. There we go. Sure, I don't need to explain this card. There you go. Oh, the wrong guy won. Well, according to my scorecard, he didn't. Ha ha. And I won't have to do anything. I'll get a fight. I'll get a thing next week. And the British Boxing Board of Control, it's the same old names. Marcus McDonald, Howard Foster. To be fair, he scored too close, but he still scored the Jack Catterall. Howard Foster, Ian John Lewis, Marcus McDonald, Terry O'Connor. There's other names. There's very few. Steve Gray. There's very few who are reliable. Victor Loughlin is reliable. He had to learn the hard way. I think 2016 was a nightmare year for him because of the tragedies that happened with Mike Towell and Edward Goodnick. But he is a good referee. And he is good. And there surely are better up-and-coming referees and judges. But we're not seeing it. And it's not just, again, understand what I'm saying. Don't misconstrue what I'm saying. It's not just a British Boxing Board of Control thing. It's a universal problem in boxing. But the spotlight essentially is on the board because this happened under their jurisdiction. And it's not the fact that it's so high profile. It's the fact that, because I wouldn't say it's necessarily the biggest high profile fight necessarily in the world, but it's the fact that it's clear as daylight. I mean, it's clear as day. Stevie Wonder can see what went on in this fight. And I'm sure he's even saying, are you seeing what I'm seeing? Yeah, I got to get the joke in. But nevertheless, I had a bit of humour in. But yeah. But look, in all joking aside, it's not on. Something needs to change. Answers on a postcard, let me know in the comments section. I just had to get this out. I just had to vent this. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you could, lads and lads, smash the like button. Help your boy out. Excuse me, hit subscribe. Excuse me. Yeah, getting so angry I'm coughing. Hit subscribe. Help your boy out. For now, I'll talk to you. Peace. Peace. Before I go, I want to give a big, massive shout out to a mate of mine called Nisha. She started her own company, her own business now. Have a look at the website there on screen. cvwiz.co.uk. She's also offering a promo code, which is TRIBE, where 20% off. Nisha is someone who's helped me out in the past. She's actually redone my CV and redone a cover letter for me in my current job that I do outside YouTube, which I've recently applied for a new job internally, which I was able to get thanks to this. In fact, actually, one of the comments they left was how impressed they were with the presentation of my CV and cover letter. Again, I got a big up Nisha for that. So website is there, link will be in the description, and I'll pin it in the comment section. Give our website a look at and help support these businesses that are up and coming. Peace.